Oh, sorry. I'm here. Stop laughing. Happy live stream 88, everyone. Woo! My lovely wife thought it would be fun to surprise me on Father's Day with a genuinely surprising gift. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I had a few things that sort of went woo, haywire, kafooey the last few days. I'll explain in a minute. So I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you could see me. I have a second camera. Check this out. That's my laptop computer's camera. Woo! Let's see who we got here today. I got to move the chat screen over. Can you guys hear and see me? That's all I really need to know first. I see Limelight is here. Radios is here. Hello. Matthew is here. You're not foist. Barry is here. It's always good when Mr. Barry is around. Good afternoon, all from sunny South Florida. Our good buddy Angus is here. As Buster Poindexter once sang, it's hot. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. I just earned, I just earned a copyright strike. No, I don't think so. Who's here? Lyle's here. Hey, buddy. Okay, go. On time. Here, here, here. Almost like a gavel. Here, here. Good to see you, Mike. Hear ye, hear ye. 91 to freeze there. 91 to freeze? Whoa. It's an F-32 day. We are at 86 and partly cloudy. So we'll go F8-ish. Hear ye, hear ye. I am here. Oh, degrees. Let's see. Radio's got one camera over the break, not exactly a stereoscope viewer, but one we're all familiar with because it came with a kid toy. It came with a kid toy exclusively. What camera did you get? 96 degrees here. Feels like 110. That's in Maryland. Yeah, it's hot. I mean, it was 90. It was mid 90s yesterday here, or low 90s. It's awful. Yes, Mike. Thank you. Hit the like button, all. I got some goodies as well as radios. Main one was, oh, you got a Jobo rotary processor. Nice. 91 over here. Sunny 16. 88 degrees. Hey, Jim Cahill's here. Hey, buddy. 19% humidity should get 100 degrees today. You guys are actually a little warmer than we are here in Central Florida. Eventful week. Let's hear. I bought more 16 millimeter film that I don't need, but it's fresh 200T. Did you get it from Kodak? Is it like fresh? Or like you get it from B&H or some reputable dealer, or it was an eBay buy? Could still be fresh. 48% humidity. See, that's where we differ. Ours is usually in the 80%. 400 feet, 120 bucks. That's very respectable. Very respectable, Mike. Hey, Entity, how are you, buddy? Charles 3D Anaglyph 2D Cine channel. We'll just call you Charles. How's that? Good to see you, Charles. Thank you for being here. What's going on here? Where's Lyle? I just missed Lyle. That break seemed insufferable. I know. We had a good time, but it was a good old 2 week break. I got another mini vacation coming up in July, but that should not affect any live streams because for once, we're actually taking a little summer. We take these little summer mini vacations for 4 or 5 days, and this is during the week. And it's still just in Florida. We were in North Florida earlier. Now we're going to Central Florida, more Central Florida. Hey, Lyndon, how are you? Got my Fujichrome loaded in my single 8 cam. That's awesome. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Hey, Eric, how are you, buddy? Nice. LOL, geez, Louise. I almost look good. Thanks, James. Audio is good. Okay, so basically what happened, loud and clear. Volume a little bit low, but okay. What if I go a little... How's that, Angus? Hey, Gordon, how are you? Nice sunny F-16 where you are. I think audio cuts out when you get loud, so it's peaking. I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to turn the level up anymore, I don't think. I think I'm on 3. Yeah, my levels are 3. Can you guys see my laptop right there? This is brand new. This, thank you, members, by the way. For my channel members out there, this is my trusty HP laptop. It's fast, an i7. Love this laptop. 15 point something monitor, right? I've used this for about the last 5 years. My laptop. I love it. I upgraded the RAM. I mean, it's just good and fast. I used to capture 2K scans with it. Again, thank you, members. This is not a super cheap endeavor. Uh, so the battery started dying. The laptop's 5 or 6 years old. So I started getting these pop-up notices about your battery is dying. You need to figure it out. Not it was the health of the battery. So what do? Like a moron. Um, I looked at some reviews and I ended up buying a battery, a laptop battery that was aftermarket. It wasn't the OEM, wasn't an HP battery. So yesterday I'm putting the battery in, or the day before on Friday, I'm putting the battery in. I got the back of the computer all taken apart. You just pop the bottom off. Very simple. Take some screws out, pull the battery, put the new one in, fit perfect. All the screws fit. Turn it on, and you can hear it power up, but the screen was black. So I got freaked out. I'm like, oh no, it ruined everything. Something ruined my computer. So I took the battery out, shut everything down, took the battery out, put the old one back in, because at least I could get it running with the AC adapter. I tried for hours. Chat GPT, Google, I tried everything I could possibly think of. I'm relatively computer savvy. It's fried. Something got fried, and now the keyboard only works. See, I attached an external monitor to see if I could at least get my recover some things, and it worked fine. The keyboard doesn't work though, unless you go into BIOS. Then the keyboard, the left and right arrows and everything work fine, the enter key. But once you get out of BIOS, I even tried safe mode, nothing. So I'm freaking out. I'm going to have to cancel my live stream. My wife says, nope, you're going to order another computer. We're going to get it on Amazon. We'll get it here tomorrow. So it showed up yesterday. I love this little computer, another little HP, brand spanking new in the box. Little tiny bit smaller. It's only a 14-inch. Anyway, they're not cheap. You guys know that. So thank you, my you know my members. Thanks all of you, because without all of you, I wouldn't have this channel anyway. But, okay, that was my woes from this weekend. Radio says guy from New York Dolls. Wait, I think audio. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Kodak folding B4 122 camera circa 1910. Red bellows and a Bakelite Viewmaster. Oh, those are really cool. My stepdad used to get those a lot. I can look at Viewmaster images in the dark. Oh, it lights up. Nice. I've seen that. Some of the 35 millimeter Vision 3 coming out. It's already rim jetless. I wonder if 16. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about the smaller gauge film yet, but I cannot wait. I was reading some guy on one of the forums on Facebook said that he doesn't think Super 8's going to have rim jetless for quite some time. I don't know if I believe that, but we'll see. Film Cat, hey, how are you? I tried to change it. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, what did you try to change? Wilcox Pictures. Is that Wilcox? Is that Are you Max? Evil Bay. I have lots of 400-foot reels, but I could only win. Oh, it was eBay. I'm here now. Film Cat. You're here now. Do I know who Filmcat is? I'm not familiar with the moniker. Hey, there's Fritz. How are you, buddy? Bought one of those Ollie's cameras for the fourth. We're gonna get into that in just a minute. We're gonna get into some of those Ollie's cams. Be careful. Be careful, Fritz. If you're gonna take any good pictures, I'll show you in a second. Getting ready to order some film for the Filmboy24 small film showcase. If you guys are not aware, I put out the official small film showcase. Oh, I see Family in the Woods. I think that's Max. That's Max. The official small film showcase rules and regulations are out. There. So, to get the official rules and regulations, they're both in the community tab or posts tab on YouTube, and they're on in the Filmboy24 community on Facebook. You spilled coffee on it, LOL. I'm way behind. Where can I get C3? Need it. Need it. Hey, I'm doing well. Max, right? Family in the Woods, guys, there's so many different screen names. I'm going to catch up with all of them, I promise. I'm good with most, but when you're relatively new, Family in the Woods, that's Max, right? Got my 6 rolls, 4 54 my showcase entry. Get my button here. So we're going to try and figure out. I wanted to just get it out there, uh, sort of the regulations, so people can get started. Got to get your film shot first and foremost. Audio is sketchy. Oh no. Hello, hello, hello. I'm on level 3, so it might cut in and out a little bit. Hopefully, does it sound like it's coming from here, guys, or does it sound like I'm picking it up from there? Remember, I just set this laptop up yesterday. Going loud and clear. Me when I get the close up. Audio is dropping out. Maybe it's because I'm talking too loudly. Let me move the mic away from me a little bit. Sound is a bit weird, kind of. Does it sound like it's dying? Yeah, they're fully charged. Hmm. It's fully charged. A little dongle here. This is the receiver. Oh, I can't stretch it too much farther. I'll unplug it. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that it gets resolved. Hmm. Thank you, Film Cat. Charles, okay. Charles, thank you for being here. Oh, were you the other Charles? You just switched your moniker? First time here. Well, thanks for being here. Backlight probably burned out on it. Internal hard drive recoverable. I don't know what burned out on it, but I'm really bummed out because I really want to get it working again. I know, wouldn't that be a cool camera? That well, it's kind of like a disc camera. You're not thinking of the disc camera, right? Hey, Bonnie. Yeah, I'm using my regular mic, but it's a different computer, and I'm not positive if it's working properly. Honestly, um, I apologize, guys. I'm not positive if it's going to work right. Now, I'm looking at the default. I have it on the USB microphone. Again, I just set everything up yesterday. I did not know that, Jim Cahill. I did not know that. That's interesting. Hey, gang, and my hey, there's Jeffrey. Oh, great. Oh, Jeffrey, I hope you are doing great. Um, I hate to hear that you're back at the hospital, but that I guess that could be a good thing. Could be a good thing. Taking good care of you. Sure. Oh, Filmcat, you changed your screen name. That's Charles. Okay. So the screen, yo, get better. Hello, Jeffrey Feingold is here. Doppler effect. So it's like getting boingy, boingy. I don't know. Boing, boing. That's noise canceling. We don't want that. I wonder, you know what I wonder? I wonder if both, I wonder if I'm capturing audio from both. Hey, Ben, how are you, buddy? Oh, Bonnie, you got a new 3D printer. That's cool. I took some family trip photos of my expired color film from '09. I'm worried because I don't know if it's completely cooked. No idea how it was stored. You know, the best you can do is just wait, see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe end of week be out now. I am in the city. Well, I hope you do. Hope you get out by the end of the week, Jeffrey. Need anything? You make sure you email me for sure. Yes, Family in the Woods is max. I know. Okay. Mike on side of shirt that your face that your face My wife got this for Father's Day. She thought it would be cute. It is kind of cool. It's got Filmboy24 on the bottom. Sounds like more audio coming from main camera, not the clip-on. So I think I probably got them both going. Um, and I'm not positive how to fix that. Put it on default. Hello? 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 See, now I think we're totally in camera, right? Sound okay? You've done well to set up new PC. Thanks, Lyndon, but I think now I'm just coming into the camera. I think. Now I see I'm glitching. Woo! Guys, brand new. I just set this up yesterday. I do see in my screen it's glitching very badly. Yeah. I did everything exactly the same as I did before. I just don't know why it's glitching. I see it though. I see it. I mean, I can see it live glitching. Hmm. Mike Headroom. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh man, I don't know how to fix that. You know what I wonder? I wonder if we can. Oh, that didn't do anything. I took it off the hardwire internet. Put it on. No. Yeah, that's glitching bad. Sorry, guys. I see that. I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, thanks, Mike. I was worried I was going to cancel. I was going to cancel the stream and try to get it set up. Thank you, Ben. Oh, reboot maybe. I know. I definitely can see. Woo! We're all over the place. All right. Do you guys want me to try to reboot and come back? If you do, because this is really annoying. I mean, it's annoying me. All right, let me try the laptop cam, see if that's any better. Yeah, it works a lot better. I wonder if it's hmm, shutter wheel is out of sync. It's got it. It's definitely something to do with that camera, isn't it? Because now we are, woohoo! It's just a little out of. We're not. Yeah, the laptop cam works fine. Definitely has an issue. We'll go back to that main one. And, yeah. Woo! That is a mess. I like using this main camera, but I certainly don't like. Let's change the. Oh, Now I changed the frames per second. I darkened, but it did darken. Hold on, we'll fix that. There, I think that's better. I don't know. It may be a USB 2 port. I don't know. Like I say, this was kind of, it looks like it's back. It looks like it's back. Yeah. I changed it to, instead of letting the computer decide, I forced it to just 30 frames per second, 1920 by 1080. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I don't think this mic is working. No, I think we're just using the audio here, but I will get this mic sorted out for later. So right now, we're just going to leave it because the picture is fine. Yeah, technology. And we'll just deal with this microphone and the camera like we used to in the olden days, and know that we have this one in case. All right, I've been doing too much of this. You're right, it's not working. Jim, this is not working. If I switch it to on, it gets bungly. I don't know, it gets weird. Like, hello? See, now it's on, but whoo! All right. Hey, Gorilla's here. Get out that Shinnon boom mic. I do have this connected again. Now I want you guys to tell me if it's doing that echo thing again. And then we're going to go a little, probably a little long because we're wasting so much time on technology. I don't know if you guys have been with me for a while, which I know a lot of you have. You remember we had some technical issues early on. Thank you, Max. Now it's good. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Only hear clip mic lower than the camera mic, but consistent. All right, very good. We're going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it alone. Couple things I want to get to. You know, my computer died. If there's any computer experts out there, and you can email me and let me know what else to try. I tried a lot of stuff, but I put the old battery back in. So the new battery burned up something in there. So somebody was talking about these. I got some things I want to show you guys. Remember this? The on camera from Walmart. I got these from Ollie's. So my wife, you guys saw a picture last week. Trekkie across the universe. So you guys saw a picture last week. My wife and I, Piper and her little best friend, we went and Piper and her friend had one of these each. We went to the park. I took my Olympus XA. The girls each had one of these with one of these rolls of film. I had the Five Below film. You guys remember this film? Look at it down here, right there. Process ECN2, $5.55 for one roll. That's a lot. That's a lot. And my wife's in there telling me something that I already wrote down, but she's reminding me. That's 59 cents per photo because that's only 10 shots. But I had to buy a roll. I bought this a couple weeks ago just to see what film it could possibly be that Five Below is marketing as ECN2 film. So I shot this in my Olympus XA. I already did that. I know. We're getting there. So I shot it, and I actually liked the results. I showed them 2 weeks ago. And I enjoyed the results. And I found out what this film is. It had Remjet on it, which is a little strange. But they did say process ECN2 in 4 different places on this film, which is relatively new because I watched a review. Some guy did a review of this film a while back, and none of ECN2 was anywhere on any of the packaging. So that would really be not a good thing when you send it to the lab. So that came out good. So I wanted to go get another roll. So I go to Five Below with my family, and I go to get another roll. Let me show you something. Look at it now. 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later. They even covered the old sticker. Can you guys see that? $7. That's after tax, before processing. That's 75 cents a picture. Because you only get 10 photos. 75. So we're creeping up on $1 a photo. I mean, it's like Polaroid. So I didn't buy another roll. So I was on a quest, however, to try and figure out what kind of film this is in these canisters. This film. And by the way, I thought it was kind of neat. You guys settle down. I thought it was kind of neat. This is one of the Ollie's rolls. Look here. Let me put on the other camera. Look how they did this. There's just a piece of clear plastic right there. You know, like they attach, and then they attach this film to it inside the cartridge. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Where'd that film go? I think it went under the table. That's all right. So, $7. See, think about it. This camera plus a roll of film at Ollie's was $5. $5. And there's 27 exposures on these. You get 10 exposures on this. 10 exposures. It's on the floor somewhere. I think it went under the desk. For $7. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of film this is. Well, it should be illegal everywhere, Jeffrey. It costs $25 for two 36 exposure rolls of Ilford HP5 here, and or $24. Yeah, and that's respectable. It's high by, I guess by any standard, when you start factoring in inflation and the times that we're in with the film boom and everything, but it's relatively affordable. For 72 exposures, $24. That's not too shabby by today's standards. Oh yes, Jeffrey. I'll get to that in a second. They are. It is movie film, and I know what kind of film this is now. I know what kind of film. Should I say that? Which one? Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to show you guys something. Let me switch over. I'm going to go dark here for just a second. This is how the Ollie's film. This is how 90%. One roll didn't even come out at all. Now this is untouched. That's how it came out. That's essentially how most of it came out. This is how like one of the better shots after I touched it up came out. Right? That's these cameras and this film. Right? The film that came with it. It's definitely freaky, right? So that's that. So then this is right out of the scan, untouched. That's me on a bridge. Piper took a picture of. The best I could do. I mean, there is so much detail loss in this photo. When you boost it up a little bit, give it any hope for life at all. Remember, there's the original. Give it any life at all. Try to pull anything out at all, and it's awful. It does seem like 80s Kodak, like old Kodachrome or something. Here's another example. This one wasn't too bad. Little vignetting, and after it was sort of fixed a little bit and get the colors kind of right, we ended up with that. Not terrible. Definitely, excuse me, definitely looks like cinefilm to me. Definitely has that cinefilm look, does it not? With the natural colors. Yeah, I don't mind this one at all, Ben. Actually, I'm with you on that one. It definitely has the cine color look to it. Now with that, I want to show you guys a couple other little things. Hey, Super Cine's here. Ancient film looks like it's 30 to 40 years old. So remember one thing. Five Below film, process ECN2. This was the Ollie's film, or originally Walmart film. And I think they had a hard time selling these cameras, or they were maybe getting them returned. I don't know. They ended up at Ollie's, like a big discount store, and you get the camera, one of these, and a roll of film. Really not. It's not. It's worth it for $5 to take a shot. I bought 3 of them. And we used up 2 of them. Remjet, no remjet. So at first I thought these were the same film, but now the more I look at it, I don't think they are. Yeah, one camera film was definitely better. The picture of the little building, Jim. Uh, not that one. This one. Yeah, that's a gnome home. That's at the little park we go to. Yeah, it's very cinematic looking. So here, I want to show you guys this. I think they were either getting in trouble, Jeffrey, or maybe they were getting so many return and people complaining. I don't think this is supposed to be process C41. I really don't. It says C41, process C41 on it. I think C41 messed it up. Let me show you a couple of things. This is the Ollie's film that I just showed you. I didn't crop these photos, so it's going to be maybe tough to see, but that's the edge code, one of the edge codes on the film. EN0532 blah 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 4875 plus 32, and then you got the dot. Here's another edge code, EN05, pretty much the same numbers, I believe. EN05 9205. This is on the Ollie's film. And then the last thing I found on the Ollie's film, you guys ready for this? There it is, Eastman 5207. That's Vision 3 250D. Eastman 5207. Right there. So I'm telling you guys right now, I know some people advocate for processing with no rimjet. Remember, this did not have rimjet on it. This was like cine still. That they say go ahead and process it in C41. I don't like that. It's not meant to be processed in C41 chemicals. There's a different color developer in C41 versus ECN2. And yes, the perforations are rounded, which is a dead giveaway, like Jeffrey said earlier. Dead giveaway. Yeah, somebody called it. That was you, Limelight, wasn't it? The perforations are rounded, which is a dead giveaway that it's cine film. On the edge of the perforation, let me see if you guys can see a close-up. See, look at against my blind there. Can you guys see? It's hard to tell, but on the edges, they're more rounded, like half moony. So then, what is the... Here's another thing. Hold on. Whoop, that's the Ollie's. So if we go back to this, see the first thing you see is EN. The lettering there is EN. I believe that to be Eastman negative. And here's why. Hey, Mark, how are you, bud? 2022 manufacture date, cine type perfs, looks expired as heck. I think it is. Either expired as heck or it was just, it's not stored properly. I don't know. Yeah, you're Mark, you're right. Badly stored. Let's move on to Five Below. And I showed these a couple weeks ago. There's the edge code. I believe, now this one doesn't specifically say anything about the type of film, but I believe ER on here is Eastman Reversal. I believe it's Eastman Reversal on this. I just don't know what kind it could possibly be. It would almost have to be Kodakchrome, right? But Kodakchrome doesn't have remjet. So I got to tell you guys, I am so vastly confused because when we go back here, check this out. This is actual, this again, it's going to be hard to see. That's the edge code for 16 millimeter Vision 3 250D. And it says EN76, Eastman negative. Another little section of the film, Eastman 7207. which, as we all know, the 7 denotes 16 millimeter, the 5 denotes 35 millimeter. So 5207, 7207, Vision 3. There's only one 07. It's Vision 3 250D. This stuff, the Ollie's film, which is actually pretty cool. I've not opened this one yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to open that and take the film out and shoot it in a proper camera, because I think a lot of the issue is the camera. I feel like these are stuck on, well, they are. They're stuck on f8, and it just didn't work right for me. Eastman Reversal. Yeah, I would think, but what color reversal film did Kodak make in 35 millimeter as a movie film with remjet on it? I don't know. Inner positives? Could be, but I didn't know they had remjet on them. And they don't have remjet. Yeah, but we know what this is. The one without the remjet, the one with no remjet is 250D. We just don't know what I don't know what the Five Below film is. That's process ECN2 with remjet on it. I'm going to assume it's probably still going to be 250D. That's my guess, because they advertise it as ISO 100. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Could it be an old EXR film? That would really be pushing it. You know? I'm assuming ER is Eastman Reversal, right? Can we assume that? That's it right there. You find the on film is toast regardless of the camera. You might be right. Yeah, I got a funny feeling. Yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey, I'm as confused as you are. It does not make a lot of sense to me. Maybe ER does not mean Eastman Reversal. It may not be. Maybe Kodak sold a huge batch of defective 250D. They could have done that, because we know Walmart could unload it. Ektar film, maybe. It could, but Ektar did not have remjet on it. And the Ollie's camera said ISO 400, did it not? Yes, it did. It did. Good point, Fritz. Yeah, this is 400 ISO for some strange reason. I don't know if that's because they think you're shooting it in bright daylight at f8, because this is an f8 camera. I don't know what the shutter speed is, but probably a 60th or so. I don't know why they would rate this at ISO 400. I don't know. I mean, think about who was marketing these though. Do they really know a lot about this? I didn't know that entity. That very well could be then. Limelight, yes, fly, no. High heat tends to cause red cast. Yeah, the on camera looks a lot like the cheap retro cameras from China. I'm sure they're all made probably by the same factory. And it all got hot and stayed that way for a long time, probably stored in a warehouse somewhere. So anyway, the saga continues. I have no idea what film that is. I maybe if I shoot one more roll of it, I don't know. Maybe I'll catch the right part of the film that gives me the Eastman, numbers. But I don't want to spend $7 on it, on a 10 exposure roll of film. One thing I want to show you guys. Our good buddy Butch Magnum, he's not here. He did email me. He's not far from me. He lives out in California. He's in the St. Augustine area right now. I wasn't able to make it over there, but I would have liked to go have coffee with him. But our good buddy Angus sent a roll of film to our good buddy Butch Magnum. This roll right here. Remember that, Angus? It was, let's see. Processed before October 1959. October 1959. Woo! Angus, you remember that roll, right? Have you shot brand new film in the camera? No, but I want to. You know what? One of them, these are those cheapy plastics, and sometimes when you crank them, you hear it ripping and whatnot. That could be simply because we're using cine film inside a cheap plastic camera. I have not tried a decent roll in here. I will tell you this. I will tell you this. One thing I really despise is that the roll side here, did I talk about this before? The roll side, the take up, you know how 90% of cameras have a slot that you put the leader in so it doesn't pull out? This is flat all the way around. It's flat all the way around. There's nowhere to put the leader into it. So while we were out shooting, a little bit of slack got in the camera and it unspooled on this side. So I had to ruin whatever was there. We're out in the middle of the park and I had to fix that. I had to roll it back in and then fix it. So I don't like that it doesn't lock the film into the take-up side. It's a $5 camera. Well, I mean that's first world problems, So has anyone tried the new film in the Ollie's camera? Oh no, I don't know, Mike. You were going to try that film, or you were going to try this film in another camera. I think you told me. I got the short-dated Ilford single-use cameras with Ilford color film from reformed film camera and harvested the film. Like $6 a roll total. That's pretty awesome. Film Cat! Charles, thank you so much. Welcome, Sprader. Welcome to the 24 crew. It means a lot to me. It really does. Thank you so much. So, yes. So, yeah, Angus remembers sending it. Basically, our buddy Angus had this roll of film. He offered it up to anybody in the group that wanted to shoot it. And I said, if anybody wants to take it and shoot it, I'll give it a shot to try to process it and show it on a live stream. Woohoo! Charles is in the house. Katie's here. Hey, Katie, you're here. Good film, bad camera, bad film, good camera. So this expired in 1959. I didn't hold out a lot of hope for it. And like I was saying earlier, our buddy Butch, he's the one that shot it. He can't make it today. He is on a little vacation, I think, with his wife or his family or somebody. So he can't make it to the stream. He'll probably see this later. But I want to show you, sadly, what happened, Angus and Butch. This scan is right out of the scanner. I've done nothing to it, and you'll see why. 15 seconds. That's what we got. That's what we ended up with. I'm not even sure why I had to make it go for 15 seconds, but we did. I kind of expected it a little bit. I love doing these kind of experiments, especially when I can involve the group. So keep this in mind. If you have an old roll and you want to send it to another member as sort of a little fun inter-community project, I'm probably always going to be up for processing it and showing it to the group. So keep that in the front of your mind. Front of your mind. Rest in peace. Yeah, I still have it here. And it's a shame too because, 8mm, we got 60 feet of film here. Could have been fun checking out some of the stuff he shot. Smells really bad like vinegar, unfortunately. And it was curled to the point where, I want to show you, see if you guys can see this. I'll put the other camera on since we're a little closer up. Let me try it against there. Look at the curl on that film. Lengthwise. Can you see that? It was also sort of curled like a straw too, a little bit. I kind of knew as soon as I was taking it out of the developing tank, we were going to be in bad shape. But it was worth it. It was worth what it tastes like. Dave Knopp is in the house. Hey, buddy. Let's give it a shot. The wicked wobble. I like that. Oop, it's curled. It probably has some moisture exposure. You know, it had a lot going on. Let's think about it. So 59, developed before October of 59, so probably early 58 it was manufactured. So this film is 67 years old. Does that sound right? 67, 68, something like that. You know, I mean, who knows what it went through in its life? Probably lots. The Filmboy24 Five Below Film Challenge. Oh, yeah, I like it. Tastes like chicken. Never had. Hey, Manny, how are you, buddy? Never had any luck with that film myself. Yeah, that's a rough one. That is a rough one. Old Kodachrome. But again, I'm always up for. Takes a while. It is. It's a labor of love. If you got an old crappy roll of this, I'm always up for a little bit of a challenge. Now, I can't do it every day, but I'm all about the group. I even got a new prize wheel back there. Look at that. Look at that. You guys see that? Me and Piper been having fun with that just for fun. I got 1 through 14 on it. I don't know why yet. I always wanted one to use on a live stream to pick stuff. You got a cart? Okay, yeah, send it on over. A roll of Kodachrome 2, regular 8. There it is. Angus offering it up. A roll of Kodachrome 2, regular 8, expired in 72. So that roll was in 1970, probably. Manufacturer, somewhere around there. Probably a much better chance of some images, but you need to expose it in the bright, bright daylight and overexpose it by 3 or 4 stops if you can. If anybody wants it, Angus is up for it, probably within the US, and he says he'll pay postage. If you want to shoot that old roll of 8mm film, Cecil, where are you? I don't see you in here. I would be happy to process it and show it to the group for free. You just have to send it to me. So box designs are cool. Hey, Michael B is in the house. You're paying close. Michael B is my awesome, awesome stepdad. Um, he's like a dad to me. He is a dad to me. Uh, and he and my mother are watching. So hello, Mom. I love you. Love you, Pop. You overexpose by 2 stops. Well, that might work depending on how old the film is. That might work, but you definitely don't want to go below that. If it's old, like Kodachrome 2, go 3 stops, maybe 4. Cecil is here. Cecil, the offer was out there. Angus said he would send a roll, and I know this is your wheelhouse, an old roll of Kodachrome 2 regular 8. Kodachrome 2, it expired in 72. He'll pay the postage within the U.S., and I know you are in the U.S. I'm just offering it to you through Angus. If you want it, I will process it for free and scan it and show it to the group if you're interested. You don't have to. I'm just throwing it out there. Rich is here. Hey, buddy. I'm alive. My apologies about the film. I'm going in for hernia surgery this week. Ouch! Yeah, don't worry about the film. Whenever, Rich. We kind of lost. Rich was part of the medium format project, but he's always stayed in good close contact. He's had some medical issues, obviously, so no trouble whatsoever there. He and our good buddy Russell Cleave are the only two where I never got the film back. I know I will get it from Rich eventually. I don't know, honestly, what happened to Russell. I hope he's okay. That's all I can say. He kind of dropped off completely. He unmembered. He has not been back with us. I did send him a roll of medium format film to the UK. It was a little expensive, but I really don't care about that part. I just hope he's okay. He was a really good, active member of this community, and again, I hope he's good. I just bought an untested Braun Paxette 35mm camera to get the case. It still had a Kodachrome 2 film on the take-up spool, probably because the rewind mechanism was broken. I hated chucking the film anyway. It was on the on the take-up spool. So it probably was only about half exposed, if any, right, Jeffrey? I'm guessing if it was on the take-up side. Oh wait, no, 35 millimeter camera. Duh. Oh wow, it was on the take-up side. So did you not? You, I'm sure you didn't. Wait, I'm missing something here on the take-up side. Probably because the rewind was. Oh, it never got rewound. Did you get it rewound back into the canister or no? I'm guessing not. You probably opened it, right? No way to get it back in the canister if the rewind is broken. Entity says also I found five E2. Oh yeah, I know. And I believe they might work using some Ektachrome X and modern Ektachrome since they both use liquid and powder chemistry, and I still got a bit left. Um, yes, it should. The processes are very similar to E6, similar but not the same. And I've been thinking about that. I don't know if I have any cine film. I know you and I were talking about it. I'm going to keep looking. I haven't found any cine film yet. I know it was Ektachrome. E2 was earlier Ektachrome, like the really slow speed, like I think it was for 32 ISO. And then I think E3 was the later. It was all in the 70s, 60s and 70s, but it was like the faster 50 ISO or something speed film. They're very, those two processes are almost identical, 2 and 3. Hey, Jim from Greece is here. How are you, buddy? T-shirt. If you weren't here earlier, my wife had this T-shirt made for me for Father's Day. Oh yes. Oh my goodness, my alter ego. If no one else wants the Kodachrome 2, I'll claim it. My brownie is probably sad. Well, then you take it. I don't know that Cecil. Yeah, Cecil shoots more regular black and white stuff. Uh, so that's between Matthew. I would definitely process it if you want to shoot it. Shoot it wide open, as wide open as you can. F2.8 if it'll go to that. Outside, bright sun. Filmcat. Charles says I have two mags of old Super XX and the old Ektachrome 7241 double perf. Two or three extra stops, a good place to start. Yes, Super XX, you don't have to overexpose by as much. But I think two stops on both of those is probably a good place to start. Three, possibly. You'll be surprised how well Super Double X held up over the years. It's probably going to be molded up a little bit. You're going to have the spider webbing cracks and probably some mold in it. I've processed a lot of that. I don't know that I've ever 7241. I believe I have some, but I'm not positive if I've ever shot it. But it's Ektachrome, so it held up better than Kodachrome. I would go two stops if I were just guessing. If you're gonna bracket, then yeah, go 2 and 3. I would maybe 2, 3, and 4, or 1.5, 2 and 2.5, somewhere in that range. No worries, Rich. You get better, buddy. Yeah, Charles, that's where I would be probably. Between 2 and 3 would probably be good. Okay, Cecil can't do it right now, so but he would love to see the results. Polish Father's Day. Oh, you guys. Canon 814 auto zoom off eBay was an absolute steal. The seller, oh, did you get with me, Matthew, on Instagram? I'm so bad. If you guys get with me on Instagram, I'm apologizing right now. I get to them eventually, but I hardly ever go on Instagram, so I apologize. So steal the seller said the motor ran loud, so it was only 175. That's a good deal. If this is a loud motor, I can't imagine what it's supposed to sound like. They all are kind of loud. I can tell you that right now. They're not. I mean, none of them are overly quiet. That's a good deal, 175. Dang. Oh, it seemed fairly decent in the old cans. That would just be fun to practice with, Entity. That's awesome. Mike, do you know if Kodachrome was ever offered in 35 millimeter film? Yes, it was. That would look fantastic. I think it's similar. It was first offered in 35 millimeter really, really early on. I want to say in the 30s. Yes, it definitely was in 35 millimeter. Oh, you said movie film. I'm sorry. I'm sure you knew it was regular still film. I don't know. I don't know if it was offered in movie film, Kodachrome. That's a really good question. I don't know. Wasn't Technicolor just Kodachrome? That I do not know. It uses 64 to 160 ISO films, I believe, but it does have the formaldehyde stabilizer for the modern day films. Yeah, be careful with that because that's the pre-hardener that you have to use for the emulsion. I used to buy film from a place called Dale Labs in Florida. They packaged 35 millimeter film. Yes, I remember Dale Labs. Absolutely, Jeffrey. The only good exposure I got with K2 was 37. Oh, Ben, you are not wrong. 30 seconds per frame in bright sunlight. I think they shot 3 separate channels on black and white film and combined them on a roll of Kodachrome. Ben has done some really cool experiments with 3 different filters, color filters that he's been using with Kodachrome. If you haven't seen them, you should check them out. He did some really cool stuff. It was a 35 millimeter still camera. What would be the latest date for KM2? It was a 35 millimeter still camera. What would be the latest date for KA2? I'm sure you mean. Latest date is um, 71, 72, I think. Process by for KA2 was discontinued around then, I believe. I think that's what you're talking about, right, Jeffrey? I don't know. Are they still there, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, this side towards the screen. I don't know if Dale Labs is even there still. Are they? Yay! Yeah, today is Polish Father's Day, so I got 2 days. Oh, you're in Poland. That's right. Polish Father's Day. Maybe I got this for Polish Father's Day because it's today. I'm bringing it out on Polish Father's Day. So, Angus, yeah, I guess it was Technicolor. Oh man, I'm excited. That's what I want. The green, the edges, the post work. Thank you. You're welcome. Good luck with that. Yeah, I think you're gonna like that double X. That's a cool, cool film stock. I would go a couple of stops, but I think you're gonna like that film. Does it have an expiration date on it? Did you already tell me? I think you probably already told me. I don't remember. No, you didn't. 2 mag. So I'm assuming it's 16 millimeter, right? 2 magazines at the little 50 footers like these. Charles, magazines. My Canon 310 XL is louder than this supposedly loud 814. 814 apparently worked perfect and was $600. So no, I would not even worry about the sound of it at all. I think the small gauge film fest short will be the first thing I shoot with it. How many people are going to be involved in this? Has anybody decided to do this? Because I am going to do it and I'm excited. Has anybody thought about doing that? I know Matthew just mentioned it. Idea about buying that Todd AO camera that I saw. Yeah, right. Filming a video with it. First person to do that. Is that $40,000 one or whatever, Bonnie? For a nice Bentley. Speaking of Bentley, I want to show you guys something. Something else. Canon 842 is much better than the 310. Well, it's much better because it has way more manual settings, that's for sure. But I think it's hard to beat those little 514s and 310s in terms of image quality if you're shooting in auto, which you have to. Which is what I did when I just went away. My wife and family just went to, my wife and family, my wife and I and our family just went to Amelia Island in Florida. We love that place. And here's what I took. You guys remember I showed a picture of this. I did shoot this roll of film right here. It came out, but there's nothing stellar on them. And I shot, speaking of Canon small cameras, this is what I always take with me everywhere I go. We're going to switch over here. Everywhere I go, I take this one. And I take it not because it's the most feature-rich camera in the world, because it's not. In fact, there's not hardly any features in it. Relatively quiet. But it's just easy to transport, and the images are typically really, really beautiful. And that's why I take my Canon 514 XL. So, and I did use this, my Olympus XA. That's what I shot that Fuji in. And here's what I shot with my Canon 514 XL in Amelia Island, and have yet to process any of it. Here's the roll I didn't shoot. I took 4 rolls of film, and I used 3 out of the 4. I did not, you guys remember this, for our Tri-X project. I did not shoot that roll of Tri-X. We were only there 4 days. I shot this. I'm excited about that one. You guys remember this? I can't remember what kind of film it is. My buddy Chris Cottrell from Super 8 Today, he sells this film on eBay. I did a full breakdown and review of that film. I shot this, the best film ever made, in black and white, and I shot this, the best film ever made in color. So I'm super excited to get those 3 rolls of film going. I'm also really excited that, oh yeah, the silver stuff. Mike, I have an Kodakchrome 160 sound Super 8 cartridge for 1982, earmarked for the Horror Fest. What speed shall I rate it? My Blue 4008S, can you process and scan it, please? Email me, Jeffrey. From 1982, I would go at least 2 stops over. I would probably rate that around ISO 50, if it's me. 50D. Mike, do you get much reaction from general public when on vacation with older? I had a girl in a store. It was really cool. I was carrying this camera, and there's a lot of shops, and my daughters love going in the shops and stuff. So we were in a store, like a clothing gift store, and I carry this everywhere. And I always kind of make sure that the lens is visible so it doesn't look like anything else. But she goes, "Oh my God, that's so cool." She goes, "I want one of those." And I said, "Do you know what?" She was like, how old do you think she was, Nicole? 20? Maybe. I'm like, what do you mean you want one? This is from 1970. You know? But she knew what it was. She loved film, and she wanted to get into film, and wanted to know where I got my cameras and where she can get one. And I gave her the channel. Told her to join in, but I don't know if she did. I do occasionally. I mean, people do stop me, talk about the cameras occasionally, which is kind of cool. I love doing that. Everywhere we go, let me show you a picture really quick. This is Here we are in Amelia Island. Look at the table. That's me, my wife, and my two daughters. I don't know where we were, a little coffee shop or something. Everywhere that camera is with me. Mike, you mean that you are Super 8 excited? I am Super 8 excited. Super 8 excited. I know I missed some chats, guys. I'm sorry. If you had a question or you there was something I needed to see, say it again, please. If I missed it, I got 2 rolls of expired Kodakchrome 160 from 1981 for $3.25 off eBay. That is way too cheap to pass up. 2 rolls. Yeah, I would have definitely gotten that. I wanted to try and set up for DIY developing, but the C3 stopped me. I could not locate any. Is your DIY method for ECN2 still something that's possible from an availability standpoint? Yes. Where are you, Charles, where are you located? Are you in the States? Or are you out of the country? Yes. I do all my own ECN2 in-house, and I mix all my chemicals from scratch. It's very easy. You're in Washington State. You can get everything you need, for the most part, from Artcraft Chemicals. ARTCRAFT, Artcraft. And I have a whole video, it's about an hour long, but you can skim through it, on everything I do with ECN2, where the chemicals, what chemicals I use, how I portion them, exactly how I do it all. You can definitely, yes, Artcraft. That's the best place there is to get. They sell all the color developers, the CD3, CD4s. In my opinion, that's the best place to get your chemicals. And by the way, speaking of chemicals, is Barry here? Barry, are you still here? I got that roll of film back. Barry sent me a roll of film, black and white 400 from FPP. And he said, Mike, I can't shoot it. Maybe you can. But the developing and scanning is already paid for. So I ended up shooting it right here of me to do a review on that film. And I got it back from FPP. And let me tell you, I have no affiliation with FPP. First, let's get that out of the way. None. I don't know any of them personally. I have followed the owner, Mike Rosso, for a long time. He's made movies for years. He's a very interesting guy, and now a very huge supporter of the film community. So I was excited to see, and I got the film back last week or the week before. Unbelievable. Just the difference between processing your film yourself, scanning your film yourself, and sending it to a company like the Film Photography Project, again, no affiliation, that has the equipment to do all of that. They may send it out for processing. I don't think they process in-house, but let me tell you what, the results are amazing. Amazing compared to what I would have gotten out of it for me. Here I is. Barry, I am elated at how well that footage came out. The only thing I did notice, I got a little bit of gate weave in my Aeroflex. I don't know if it was jumping around a little bit in there or something. Maybe their FPP's film is a little bit, I can't blame their film, but I don't know. It's a little bit moved around. And it's independent of the sprocket holes. It's not anything FPP did. It's a camera thing. So I will have that video coming out. I did a complete video that's coming out soon. It's already done. I'm editing it on my Kodak Reels. I showed you guys some of the results on the members only live stream. But I did the entire video. It's going to be a little long, maybe a half-hour video. I'm editing that now. Let's see. Hey, Travis, you're here. You missed the whole thing. You really didn't. Are you still working with your Kodak Reels? Oh, yeah, Mark, I just mentioned, yeah. I've been giving mine a workout, scanning my family Kodachrome 8mm from the 40s to 60s. I did the firmware upgrade. Yeah, I didn't do the upgrade before I did the review, but I did use the reels. In fact, I scanned this. I don't have it to show you guys, but let me tell you what. I scanned this, and I got to be careful opening this because I cut the heck out of my hand. This is a Bolex case. I love this case. Look at this. And reel. This is a family film, like a found film. But look at this. Look at this. Look, that's 600 feet of film. That's not a 400-foot reel. That's a 600. 600 feet. But I scanned this with the Kodak reels, and it took 5 hours and 52 minutes. But it never stopped once. I was really impressed with it. Really impressed. And I even bought an extra reel here as a take-up reel, because the Kodak reels comes with a 400-foot reel. Well, 400-foot reel is not going to take up 600 feet of film. So I had to buy another take-up reel for that. I needed a 600-footer anyway, even though most of your projectors come with 600-foot reels. My film partner and I plan on mentoring the Filmboy Film Fest. Entering. I hope so. Matthew says, oh, maybe S-Star base. Maybe Barry. I don't know. It did move around a little bit, but man, they did a really bang up job. Now, it's a reversal film, and Mike told me up front, we had a little email exchange about it. He told me up front, we're going to process it as a negative. You're going to have a much tighter grain. You're going to appreciate it more. And I'm glad they did, because it gives you way more leeway. I didn't really have to do anything to the film at all. It came back, and he gave me the 2 file. It was just, I was really impressed. Matthew says, I used the negative space for the short Super 8 doc I'm working on, and the footage is, very good reputation, the negative space. Very good reputation for us filmmakers, too. I think they're just, they're very indie friendly. So I have nothing bad to say about that group over there either. Very indie, independent, low budget guys like us, friendly, and girls. Katie, Bonnie. Ryko is a KR5. Oh, you got a KR5. On the topic of film project coming up, would you by chance be able to scan some of the Super 8 stuff, as I don't want to be held up scanning and editing wait times after I shoot? Yeah, you guys always email me. Email me. I'm always up to help you guys. FPP does good work. Roll before last took 8 weeks to get back to me. Last roll of sepia regular 8 only took about a month. Yeah, I got lucky. This one came back pretty quick. No, negative. There's a negative space also, Angus. Uh, Negative land, I think, is in New York. Negative space, I can't remember where it's at. I can provide a high storage device for the scan files. Yeah, just email me, Entity, for sure. I love that. Yeah, those tarot cards. If you guys don't follow Travis, look at him on Facebook. You should post some of those in the community, Travis. He's building a database of tarot cards based on movie cameras. It's really cool. AI produced, it looks like, and maybe he's messing with them a little bit, but they're really cool. Denver, that's right, Denver. 600 feet at 18 frames per second is 40. Yeah, this is, I think it's a little less than 600 feet. It come in at around 36 minutes, something like that, Jim. Concerned about the time it will take to get my showcase entry developed and scanned. How long for the turnaround time at negative space? That I don't know. I've never used the negative space, but just heard good things about them. Building a database of them. If you don't mind, I'm saving them on my phone. Need to make a little collection of them, Travis. Print them. Let's go ahead. It can't be monetized due to copyright. I know you're also a fan of J.R. Bookwalter. I picked up his book B movies in the 90s and beyond a few days ago, and it's a really great, almost finished. I have that book, and it is a really good book. It's uh, self-published, and he bound it himself, I believe. And I got mine in the 90s, and it is a really, really fun read, Matthew. I think, yeah, I'm glad you got it. He was an innovator, J.R. Bookwalter. He started making movies on video when nobody was making movies on video, which was kind of cool. I own a lot of his DVDs because I'm a fan. Oh, and still cameras, yeah. I want to show you guys something. Oh, by the way, has anybody ever heard of this film? I don't know if this has been exposed or not. Kino Lux. Has anybody heard of Kino Lux film? This is 8 millimeter. Look at the expiration. This is very similar to the expiration, Angus, on the film that you sent to Butch. Look at that. March 1959. Anybody heard of Kino Lux? I've had this for a long time. It says television film, 33 feet or 25 feet. Yeah. A lot of them were 33, but it actually has some. Oh, it has some additional material. Very press. I don't have that one. You got the good one. Yeah, I don't know what this is for. Television film, cine safety film. It does say TV, television film. Now there were different dots. There's some Kino Lux film out there. See that little blue dot right there? There's different color dots that say different things, I guess for different purposes. For now, I don't know if maybe one of these is shot. And I don't know that it's shot. I say one of them has some writing. It says 20 off on the side. I don't know what would make it for that specifically. Maybe it was a quick process or something. I'm assuming it's black and white. Super sensitive. Yeah, it is panchromatic. Super sensitive. Weston 50 outdoors. Weston 40 tungsten. So that's going to be interesting. Do you guys know what happens? Now, this is a serious question. Very serious question. I don't see Sprocket. He would appreciate this, but do you know what happens when a boy Bentley and a girl Bentley do dirty things? Do you know what happens? They make this little guy. Whoa. So you guys got to see this. My good buddy, Angus, we all know and love Angus, sent this to me. It's a Fujica single 8 camera. Okay? Follow me on this. It's a Fujica single 8 camera. Sorry about your ears. The Bentley Super 8, right? B3. I have two of them, and I don't know what, it's like Toy Story. I don't know what they did at night, but together, they're loud. I mean, they were being loud. Hello? Look at this. Need that t-shirt, by the way. Nicole got that for me for Father's Day. Look at this. Look at this. The little P2. Are you kidding me? This is a single 8 camera. It looks almost identical, but they're reversed so they can face each other. Look at this. So one made the other, obvi. One made the other. I would assume Fuji probably had a hand in the Bentley products. So anyway, Angus sent this to me. I do have a single 8 camera, but it has a lot of fungus in the lens, so that's why I've been not wanting to use it. This one, not nearly as loud, maybe because it's younger. Check this out. Okay, Super 8 Bentley, Single 8 Fujika. More of a whiny, kind of whiny. Quiet down. Quiet down. Definitely same. Yeah, 100% same manufacturer. Check this out. Single 8 in the house. So we have a lot of old Fujipan. Old Fujipan. I thought I had one open, but I probably do. These are really old. I bought this bag. I think there's a couple more. I think I experimented with a one or two. I bought there. It didn't come in this bag, but I bought this film right here. That film, single 8. I don't know how many are in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 rolls. I think there was 16 or 18 for $5. $5. A long time ago. They all expired in 74, I believe. Um, about half of it is two R200. The other half is R50, and it's rough. The packaging is rough. It looks like it's seen a lot better days. But these are fantastic for experiment, have fun with, and then maybe just try some reloading. Reload. $5. I probably would have paid that per cartridge. Maybe more. I don't know. $5. Um, I got them from a guy that I think I also got a whole bunch of infrared film from, or that may have been a different guy. I got these a long time ago. I think I've had these since before my channel. Mm-mm. Lyndon, no, this is black and white film. I'm pretty sure. Uh, so I don't know. We'll see how well it turns out. I'm pretty, maybe you guys know. Oh, is the audio dropping again? Am I dying? Hello, hello. I think this is. I feel like this is black and white film. I don't know. We're going to find out. I can tell you that. 1975 that expired. Sounds okay. All right. I'm moving around too much. Oh my Kong, I'm out of coffee. I need to get another cup. Be right back. Hurry up. All right, Jeffrey. Good. So we're going to experiment. Thank you so much to my good buddy Angus. I really appreciate this. And you settle down. Look at this. And by the way, the lens is glass. I can see that. Plastic body. But look, it's got it's single 8. It's got like the real pressure plate, everything. See that? Yeah, right there. Side, a real pressure plate. We're onto something here. And the meter responds. It responds nicely. There's a needle on the side there. Hmm. Thank you, Angus. We're gonna give that a whirl. We're gonna find out. Fujipan black and white reversal Fujipan R50 ISO 50 out of production since the 70s. So they're black and white film, right? These are all black and white. That's what I thought. There was actually, when I got the camera that I currently have, the other um, single 8 camera, there was a roll of color film in it already. And I don't know if I've ever tried developing it or not. They're double A batteries. And these ones actually fit. And yeah, he put brand new batteries in there for me too. Those fit. You guys know the woes from the Bentley. The batteries don't fit in there, and I broke both of the battery covers. Yes, two double A's. Yeah, Angus knows. He put them in there. And it's funny because I took both of these cameras apart, and it's three screws, one here, 2 on the bottom, and you pull that front piece off. Look at this. 2 on the bottom, 1 on the side, and the front piece comes off. Definitely the same manufacturer. Winner of the film festival gets a Bentley camera. Yeah, you know what? Everyone would try their best not to win. Man, this is just so cool. And it's so like so little, easy. And don't be doing that in front of people. I'll have to try taking mine apart. Oh, they're real easy. Usually, like one of them, the trigger wouldn't push. It was just stuck. And there's a little wire mechanism behind it. It just got moved around. Pull this, readjust the wire, and it worked fine. The other one, the motor was just froze. So I took it apart, the front, and you can see the motor in there. And I just took a little toothpick and I kind of flicked the gear to kickstart it. It was just locked in there with old grease, and it has run ever since. The problem with these is these battery doors break. The batteries won't sit flat inside there for some reason. Steven is here. Hey, buddy. What is Steven saying? I'll have to try that. Yeah, give it a shot. It's 3 tiny little screws, and then you can get to a lot of the stuff. You tried triple A's in the Bentley? No, I haven't. They won't reach. They won't fit. Ollie sells plastic adapters, use AAA batteries and AA devices. They work fine. Oh, I've seen those. That's right. But I mean, are they the same size as the double A? Because the double A's just don't fit right in there. They're almost, but something just keeps them from sitting flat. That's why I bought another one to just make sure, and it did exactly the same thing. I've tried so many different double A's in there too. Steven says you can draw that so fast, you wish you saw it. But I love this little camera. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. Oh, it's got the diopter adjustment. Close to AA size, so might not fit the Bentley. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I don't know. I feel like in years past, the old like Eveready alkaline batteries were probably a tiny bit thinner, overall, diameter, tiny, like micro thinner, and fit in there just fine. But batteries of today, they just don't work. And I put a run lock. I added my own run lock system on this one. See there? Watch this. All you do is you reconnect the device. There, run lock. He's got a new business, 3D printing Bentley parts. Yes, Charles, I'm going to do that. I want to shoot something and see what I can get out of it. Hopefully, I'll try to get it done before the next live stream, which is next Sunday. In diameter, I still have some of them with the cat lighting bolt logo. Oh, those were so cool. So maybe that was it because these cameras are kind of old. Burrs like a tractor. Slicing that blender. And I thought maybe it was just, I mean, these are from two largely different geographic locations, and different people owned them. So I felt like this was the first one I owned, and it's so insanely loud that no other Bentley could be that loud. So I bought another one for $10 on eBay. I got this at a thrift store for $2. So I went out and spent 10 on this one. Here's the original, new one. Yeah, it's a Bentley thing. I wish Sprocket was here to appreciate it. Camera, they still show 1.55 volts. Really odd. That is really odd. There are little pins inside the Fujica to detect the film speed. You need to fool them to shoot at low ISO for that old film. Oh, do they have the pins? See, I'm not very familiar with, oh yeah, okay. Here's what Angus is talking about. Let's switch to the other camera. See these pins that right there? Four of them. So, so that begs to question how the pins are set up. I swear I have a roll open, but let's open a roll. I know we're getting deep. We're an hour and a half in, but that's okay. Let's open a roll of 200. This one's really rough, so let's just get it open. That second camera is coming in handy. I got my Fuji. How'd you get a free one, Limelight? Oh, look at, oh, that's right. They come in a nice little green bag, a whole bunch of information. Let's switch cameras. Look at this. You got your info pack. You got your green bag, sealed up nice and tight. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna practice with this roll, and if it works, I'll do one of those, unbox, shoot, process, and showcase. And it should have a cover on it. It does. So look here. Has that cover. You want to hang on to those if you get them. So if you reload, you got your own cover. So that's how it tells right there. See that thing right there? So that's not going to push in any of the buttons. It doesn't look like it. Let's switch cameras. So that's not going to push any buttons. I don't think. Maybe it will. It's hard to tell. I don't know what. There's four of them pins. And it doesn't look like that will depress any of them. So maybe this was made, this camera, to go up to ISO 200. It does look like the old typewriter ribbon cable. Being able to watch a stream from my hospital bed is making me smile. Yes. Yes. Oh, it didn't work. You got to take it apart, Limelight. They're real easy to take the front piece off, and nothing goes flying out, believe me. I'm shooting on Sunny 16. The film I'm using expired in 1987. Yeah, always go Sunny 16. Let's do some research and find out which buttons need to be pushed. Yeah, I got to figure that out because there's four of them. I would assume that we start, you know, that if all of them are pushed in, it's probably a very low ISO, slow speed film. And if none of them are pushed in, then we're in the 200 range. That's my guess, or maybe higher. I don't know. It's hard to tell if that's going to push anything. I don't think it is. See if you guys can tell. I know camera is a little tricky, but all right. So there's the buttons. You guys see the pins. This goes this way, right? Film goes in like that. So opposite top. See that right there? That's all recessed. That does not look like it's going to push any buttons, does it? So I guess I could. Nice little board with a film date where I start shooting for the day. Oh, nice. Title board. 100 possible combinations. I wonder how many combinations there really are. It could be, I mean, I don't know. Hey, friendo, I have the front of my Fujika open. How can I get to the motor? Well, you can kind of see it. You got to kind of look down in between, and you can kind of see the motor. And when you got the batteries in, what it was doing for me when I would push the button is it would go there. It wanted to turn, but it couldn't. Look at a different. I know now. I want to open a 50 just to see. You're right, Barry. Let's do that before we're gonna have to end here at some point. My wife, and she may have fallen asleep. But Piper's not here today. She's at her friend's house, and I think they're coming here after the stream. So, okay, let's do that. Let's open a, oh, I forgot to put that piece on. I'll do it in a minute. Let's open a 50 and see what those pins are. All right, May of 1974. Let's open this side so I don't ruin the date because I'll forget. All right, check the pins. And by the way, while I'm doing this, Angus or somebody, does anybody have any idea what this means? Look on the front of the shutter button. There's an L and an R. L, R, left and right, I guess. But what does that do? I mean, you either just push the shutter in or you don't. Can you guys see that? I don't know. Lock and run, but how do you lock it? Run, lock. It doesn't, but it doesn't do anything. It only just goes straight in. I don't know. I mean, if I push this side, which is the L, maybe push and then slide. The button doesn't move at all. No, I can't. I can't get it to slide. Mm-mm. It basically just goes straight in, and that's it. It doesn't move around at all. Like a tab. Oh, so it's not run lock. It is. It is, but it locks it from not so you don't accidentally run it. Okay. Run and then lock. Pop. I don't have any instructions. So that's what it is. It's a tab. So who said tab? Yeah, it just slides, the whole button slides over. Whoop, that way. That way. See there? Just went over your head. Bing! Yay! Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for him, Johnny? All right, let's do this. Let's figure out what these tabs are. Yes. Here it is, kids. Smaller. So that's the 50. Here's the 200. 200 and 50. See the difference? Yes. 200. The 50 is much smaller, so it's going to, it's going to be hard to figure out, feature rich. It's going to be hard to figure out how many pins it'll actually push, but it looks like 2. Yeah, the 50 looks like it pushes down 2 pins, but it's very hard to know for sure. Well, no, they're pushed in. It does. It pushes in the pins. See, this is recessed, Mike. So this is a recess. So wherever it's not recessed is going to push the pins in. So this one, in theory, should not push any pins in because they'll just, this will just cover them. This one, just that little section there will cover 2 of them, but it's right here below it. It's not cut out there, so that they'll just push in. I think. We'll see. So you can put electrical tape. Yes, I could. As long as I can figure out which direction to go with it. That's a good idea. Who said the electrical tape? Thank you, Eric. Is it Eric? No, Angus. Thank you, Angus. Push down the pin with finger. Oh, and see what the meter does. Yeah. Point it towards the light. Push in. Ah, who said that? Thank you, Eric. All right, so I'm facing it. You got to half press. Right now we're at f5.6. I push the bottom pin and it's opening. Bottom 2 pins, open more. Bottom 3 pins, whoops, open to 2.8. All pins, well, let's get it back to 5.6. Yeah, the more pins that are pushed, the wider the aperture. The more pins that get pushed, the wider the aperture. Thank you. Who was that, Eric? Gaffer's tape would work fine. Yes, Jim. Okay, let me put these away, and I can put the cover on this now. See how, see this, I mean, you see, it's not always just about, you know, that guy. He usually isn't that bright, but, you know, this is what the group is for. Give that man a Nobel Prize for home movie technology. I know Paul Morbid loves those things. Does he like these things? The single 8 Morbid Team Entertainment? All right, where are we at? Gaffa's tape. Single 8 camera, any luck? You know, Rich, I am going to try. Angus gifted this to me. My little P2 single 8 camera. It's in really good condition. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna shoot a roll of this and see if there's any way that I can get images out of it. I know I'm gonna have to sacrifice a couple of rolls trying to figure it out, but I'm gonna have fun doing it. I might just do some of that this week. Give it a whirl. That's right, Charles. Guys, listen. Hour and 45 minutes in. I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. But man, it's been fun. I always thought those cameras are pretty neat, pretty oddball. Yeah, very odd. Very oddball. Make sure I covered everything. I think I did that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Please send me a 50 ISO roll if I get my camera working. Please send me a 50 ISO roll. Oh, the of this? We'll talk about it. I gotta see if it even works first. This has been entertaining. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Mike. In the middle of filming mine. A day. I got an old Model B I'm gonna film. I'm gonna try to just speed test it. Have a great day. Yes, Charles. Charles, thank you again for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. It helps more than you guys know. It really does. Another good stream. Manny. And Jeffrey, this side towards the screen, you have my thoughts for sure, my friend. I hope you get better, 100%. Hang in there. We're all behind you. Hope to see you next Sunday, buddy. And all of you, don't forget, start getting your 5-minute films. I don't care if there's no actors in it. It could be a 5-minute horror-themed showcase film. You know, just film something horror-themed. Have fun with it. Put some spooky music in it. Film in the dark. I want to see what everybody comes up with. Hit the like button on the way out the door. I appreciate it. Thank you to my mother and my stepfather for tuning in as well. Love you guys. And then next Sunday, hopefully, I don't think we have anything planned. Next Sunday, we're good to go. I think we will get everything sorted. I know the audio was a little bit sketch. The settings were a little sketch. Brand new laptop. I'm trying to get everything sorted out, guys. I just set this up yesterday. Live stream number 88. Wow. 89 tomorrow, creeping up on 100. We're hopefully going to do something fun. Let's go 1 through 14. What's your pick? It's not really for anything other than bragging rights. 1 through 14. I'll say 7. Mike says 12, 8, 8, 21, 21. Yeah, I mean, it's 11. None of us were right. Guys, I will see all of you and ladies, hopefully, next Sunday. Please show up. Hang out. I love these hangouts. I love these hangouts. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Love to you all.